G'day, it's Dave from Amplify, and I'm talking to Fabian from the Narrator. How are you, Fabian?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What time is it over there?
It's 8 a.m.
And where are you?
I am in Essen, Germany right now.
Essen, Germany. So let's start
Yeah.
there. How did the band come together nearly 10 years ago in Essen, Germany? Where did it all start?
Uh, it's not actually like 10 years ago, like more
97,
like 8,
2017.
yeah, like
I
eight,
know.
9 years from now on. Yeah, it all started when our former like school projects broke up, and yeah, we were building some connections throughout the local scene here. For example, like Tom, our guitarist, and me were playing in a band before, and Fritz and Rob, our drummer and bass player, other singer, were playing in a band before. And yeah, we met up in the local scene. Then, or like, yeah, as I said, our former school projects broke up. And yeah, then a few years later, we decided that we would like to make some music again. And yeah, then we were like gathering up because we really liked each other before, like the set of music the other bands did. Yeah, then we met us, talking about like how it would be if like we four back then would start a new project. And yeah, turned out really cool. Started playing some covers first to like see how the energy matches and stuff, and then like yeah, afterwards we decided to like yeah write some songs, and we're like ready to demolish the local scene here in Essen and the rural area where we're from. Yeah, and that's basically where it all started, actually. Yeah.
Okay. You sort of post social media, and you're into basically you started in the streaming social media area, so you didn't really come from vinyl, you didn't come from selling CDs and all this sort of stuff so much, I presume. So
Yeah.
how has that been? How have are you also a part? I noticed that your videos are pretty pro. You do a good job creating videos, and I suppose is there someone in the band that's sort of technically minded, or is that something you've just got a good relationship with some technical people?
Yeah, both actually. It's kind of evolved over the time. Like at first, when we're like a pretty small band, our drummer Fritz recorded some videos um because of like budget and stuff. And yeah, then as we like grew more and more, and the budget was more than as well, we had like a few different video persons to do our videos, and like the latest video stuff was filmed by Daniel Pries, like also a German fellow that's yeah, like basically killing it on every video, and we are absolutely stoked to work with him.
Yeah.
And he did like every video for our upcoming album Phosphor, and yeah, we are like super happy to like
Yeah.
work with him, because like of course it's like way better than if you like do it yourself on a DIY
Well,
base, you
I
know.
think at the end of the day, people in music, they've got this budget that they're trying to meet, and so as a result, they're trying to get free photos, free reviews, and basically what they're doing is they're killing their business because they're putting out something that's not really going to catch,
Yeah, yeah,
but they're
yeah,
saving
sure.
money. It's like they're saving money at the bottom line, but they're not trying to increase the top line. So obviously I see a lot of videos for the last 10, 15 years, and
Yeah,
yours are consistently cool. So basically
thank you.
branding is about a consistent approach. So someone takes a glance, someone takes a more of a glance, they take a more of a look, they have a stronger look, and you're trying to develop them to become advertisers. And so if they become
Yeah,
advertisers, now you've got a force, because you don't just have fans, you've got advertisers, and the advertisers are really, you're not paying them, they're just out there bringing more
yeah,
people to a show. So I think you've done a pretty good job with that. How would you describe your
thank you
sound?
very much.
It said you're energetic, melodic, hardcore, influenced metalcore. Is that what?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that's basically is, I guess. I guess. Like, yeah, we are a metalcore band, right? And what's like cool about this genre is that you can like combine like a lot of styles from like other music stuff into our music, and then obviously it depends on the listener whether I like our sound or not. But for example, like on the new album, I think we really like pushed the boundaries of the genres and really like created a sound that we would like to listen to. Because like for example, Tom and me do like most of the writing of the album. Obviously, he does more of like the guitar, instrumental stuff. I'm like more on the vocal side of things, and we're not always like have the same opinion of how we would like to like have the sound of the song when it is written. Like
Yeah.
I for myself like really I am into like more hip hop and like hardcore stuff. And Tom, on the other hand, is like more into pop music actually, and I think we blended it very well together on that album.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
can do like my more hip hop ish, flowish shout things. We can also like create like huge choruses with like a more of a pop influence, and
So
we are like very proud of the sound of the album that we created.
I found that. I found that, you know, some of the songs were heavy and screamo, and things like Two Lives was more melodic. It was more just a melodic, traditional, you know, it ended a bit heavy, but it was more a melodic, traditional sort of rock type of song.
Yeah, exactly. Like we on the album, as I said, that like we push the boundaries like to the limit. Like they are like straight up like really like hardcore song with some like beatdown slam influences, and also like just like a ballad if you want to call it that way. And
Yeah,
it all
exactly.
like works in one flow, and it's not like all over the place. Yeah, that's
And
pretty cool,
so,
I think.
and so we're talking about Phosphor, your new album coming out in May.
Yeah.
What are your signature tracks? If I was turning up, if I'm listening, if I strayed onto this interview and I'm hearing you talk, and you've got a new album, what would be the tracks that you'd want me to listen to
Yeah.
become a the Narrator fan?
Yeah, one of my most favorite tracks of the album is our latest single we released called Agnosia, because it was like the first track that we have written when we decided to write a new album. And this like really gets you everything that the Narrator stands for, like cool melodic, emotional chorus, very heavy, straight into your face parts. And it's, I think, one of our most diverse songs yet. So like really like this one. And then like one song that's not an actual single of the album is called Modern Age Blasphemy. It's only on the album. It's like more of like straightforward hardcore banger, and like I had so much fun recording and writing it, and I really dig that song. So
So
I think I would go with these two songs, just Agnosia, Modern Age Blasphemy. That's what you get of the album.
that's cool. That's cool. What is global crisis with inner exhaustion? What explain that to me, because that's what your music is described as.
Yeah, that's like the whole
This
like
album, like
bullshit.
this album was described as being about global crisis with inner exhaustion. So, if you were explaining that to people, how would you explain it?
Yeah, it's like that overwhelming and like exhausting feel you get from all the bullshit that's going on in this world. Like we're talking about like wars, like crises like in every terms, whether it's climate or something else. And that's like
Finance, everyone's going through housing issues, can't pay rents, can't pay mortgages, you know, crypto. There's all sorts of things taking place. OnlyFans. It's a social media is such a mental, you know, YouTube shorts.
yeah.
Most people fall on the bed at night with their phone for 3 hours and watch YouTube shorts. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's an exhausting sort of process.
Yeah, it is, and it kind of feels like this whole world gets like too overwhelming, like for for a simple person to comprehend. Like sometimes it feels like it's just all getting like way too much, and like the album Phosphor like kind of tells different stories of different issues we have in the world and on our society right now.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. So you don't seem old enough to be a part of what I'd call a conscious, you've generally consciousness, anyone can be conscious, but generally I find that it's experience that leads you there. So, it's up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain. Once you've done that a number of times throughout your life, you're sort of ready to
Yeah,
sort of say, okay. And I agree with you.
yeah,
The simple, basically, there's a moment and there's collaboration with it. That's simple. And so everything else we complicate by thought, the thought and measurement,
yeah.
etc. So is performance or music why fans have, drawn to you over the past 8 years? 8, 9 years. Do you think it's because they come to a show and they're boom, or do you think it's because they put the music on and they're boom, or is it a combination of both?
Yeah, I think it is some kind of a combination, but we are definitely like a working band. Like we do this for like quite some time now, and we definitely worked our asses off, like with playing a lot of live shows, like coming up straight from the underground and grew from there. So I think like we definitely have a lot of diehard fans that met us via live shows and really enjoyed the live energy from us, and that's actually like what we live for. Like we
Sure, sure.
we do all of this stuff.
Europe's a
Yeah,
great
we do.
musical place, but Germany, especially for metal,
Yeah,
it's a bit of a mecca. So
yeah, sure.
and it's and
So
it's
definitely,
it's very close to up above the Finlands and the Swedens and all that sort of stuff, and all metal up in that area seems to be concentrated. There's a lot of bands that come out, a lot of metal bands that come out, a lot of female fronted metal bands that have been around for 20
yeah,
or 30 years that are really have established the sort of area. So it'd be easy to fall into that sort of framework as a kid growing up and working out, what your love's going to be. So as distinct
yeah.
from if you're born in Nashville, maybe you might be more inclined to, sing a sad ballad about, love or something.
Yeah, that's
So
maybe, yeah.
if I can just also just digress a little, I had a mate that was so timid, in normal life. Sweet, sweet man, so timid, but he was a front singer for a screamo band. And so I
Yeah,
went to one of his shows. I'm not necessarily a screamo fan, but I went to one of his shows and I was sitting there and he just came out of his show. His personality was unbelievable. He was just jumping everywhere, doing everything. And because I went there to listen, it's one of those things where as you're actually listening to the set, there is a melody that goes to it's not just people going out there and yelling.
yeah,
You can pick up a melody that comes with the music, much the same as with most other music that you listen to. There is a melody that sort of drives in there, albeit
yeah,
that for most people that aren't used to screamo, they sort of hear it and they think, they might keep away. But if they've persevered,
yeah.
so I think this would be a good album for them to have a listen to because it does. It cuts across some of the stuff that's easy to find the melody and other stuff where they need to look a bit harder. So that's cool.
Yeah.
What are you touring it? Where are you touring it when it comes out, or where are you touring? What shows you got coming up?
Yeah, like we're playing one small album release show like in a town nearby from us, like in Düsseldorf. Then we have like obviously the festival summer going with some international festivals first time like France, for example, and then like in October we are going on our first Europe headline run like to promote the album, and we're
Cool.
like basically all over Europe, which is like pretty exciting for us. Like
Yeah,
last year we played our first like ever nightliner tour, like big style, like whole Europe with like Spain, Portugal, and stuff. Um, like yeah, obviously our tour will be a little bit smaller. Still, we're coming to a lot of
there
countries,
is
which
no
is pretty
such
cool.
thing. There is no such thing as a small or large tour. There's
Yeah, okay.
it's just artists performing to fans. And so, the fact that there's 50,000 there or 500, you know, it's a performance to fans. And so if you listen to the music, you'll get the outcome. Okay, so
Yeah.
what about Australia? When are you coming down here?
Sorry.
When are you coming down to Australia?
Dude, we would love to. Like,
The one
actually,
way.
when we grew, but I don't know, when yet, actually, because it's like a way bigger step than touring Europe. That's tough for us. And also,
We like our metal down here, believe me.
dude, like, actually, when we started like listening to this genre, like, most of the bands were from Australia, talking about like old school In Hearts Wake stuff. We were listening like over and over again back in the days. Like, we fucking love Australia because we know you guys did a lot for the scene.
Absolutely, and the fans are mad. If you could perform with any music artist, live or plus it's safe to tour here. If you go to America, you might not get back out. If you could perform with any
Yeah.
music artist, alive or dead, who would you choose and why?
Oh, like, I'm not well prepared for that kind of questions.
Of course,
Like,
you're not going to be prepared for any of these questions.
like, maybe sticking to the Australian roots, like back in the days, I would definitely say like Parkway Drive or In Hearts Wake. That's like, when I think back to my younger stuff, this would be like
What was the
absolute
first
bonkers to do
band?
that.
I got In Heart's Way. What was in Wake? What was the first band?
Parkway Drive.
Oh, Parkway Drive, of course.
Parkway Drive, yeah.
Parkway Drive.
Metal legends by now, yeah.
Metal legends, absolutely, absolutely. All right, so that's the thing. What are the long-term aspirations? Like, obviously, you're starting to just you've toured with some, or you've played shows with some great bands. There's no two ways about that. I think you played with. Did you play with A Day to Remember or something like that? No.
No,
No. There was
not
someone
with
there
them.
that I saw. So, what are the aspirations? What are you still looking to? You know, what's on the agenda, long term?
Yeah, like, to make it grow
More
even bigger.
albums.
Like right now, this is basically like a very exhausting hobby for us. Like, every one of us is working full time beside the band, and like the actual goal would be like to push the band even further. So maybe not actually like full on quit our regular jobs, but like
No, I get it.
decrease it so we can like focus more on music and
Unfortunately,
just tour more.
we've
Yeah.
got a top-down music business, so the big guys make the money, and everyone else, you know, gets the peanuts. So we've got to turn that around to some degree. So the majors make money, but it's hard to break into that major sort of category. It's a hard thing. I interview a lot of
Yeah.
bands. I interview bands that have been around 30 and 40 years, and they say it's a great holiday, but it's not an easy way to, you know, make a.
It is a great holiday. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
here
what
we
you can
go.
call it.
We're going to finish on some quick fire questions that you hate. So,
Yeah, let's go.
what's the craziest thing you've ever done? And you can not answer it if you want, because this is one of those questions where you can get into trouble if you answer it.
The craziest thing I've ever done, like from a band kind of perspective. Yeah.
Any from whatever way you want to put it. But, you know, if you're ever thinking about touring in future, to say that you've killed 4 people and you've buried them underneath the may not be.
No, I'm not that crazy kind of guy, dude. Like, there was one show where I was drunk. Unfortunately, well, it was like 8 years ago, and
Or
I
fortunately,
started. And unfortunately,
or fortunately, might be fortunate.
unfortunately, maybe, yeah. And then like, we played at a small little club in a rural area, and I jumped on the bar and actually destroyed like a bar chair there, because I like threw it away because I was feeling it back then, and that was like
Mad.
not the neatest way, but yeah, that was like, I think, the craziest thing I did, like, while playing a show.
What's
Yeah.
the one topic you can talk about for hours?
Sorry?
What's the one topic you can talk about for hours?
Glasses.
Well, you're an optometrist.
Yes, I am.
Are you really?
Yeah, I am.
Oh my goodness. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. one of our the guy that used to run our photography is an optometrist as well. So I've got a bit of it, and of course me. I've got Fuchs and I've got some glaucoma, so I've got some stuff happening. Maybe I should talk
Cool.
about that on the side. What's the thing?
Yeah, just hit me up.
What's the thing you like most about yourself?
About myself.
Yeah.
Sounds
like work ethic.
Yeah, like about myself, like I am very confident with the way I like I moderate like shows. You know, like I think I became a very good frontman because I've been playing a lot, like a ton of shows over the past couple of months, and I'm like very confident of how I like run shows, interact with the people, even like for smaller venues, like being the opening band. I almost get it every time to like get the crowd hyped up, and I feel very confident and very good about that.
Yeah. It's important. It's so important. You know, everyone can bring something, but that main guy's got to get it all going. Everyone else will follow. Okay, this is it. We're going to finish now on all time or just now favorites. All right, favorite album.
Like if I tell you like a German rap artist, this would be not too special. Favorite album, dude. Like it's way too early.
It is way too early.
Hold on. Divination in Heart's Wake.
Oh, it's a great album. That's a great album. Favorite artist.
Let's go with the Germans. Half Me.
What is it?
Do you know Half Me? Half Me.
Half Me. How do you spell it?
Like half and then me.
Oh, Half Me. Yeah.
Hamburg-based like hardcore metalcore band from Germany. They toured Australia with Throne.
Yeah. I know who it is now. I didn't get the first part. Favorite movie.
Interstellar.
That's a fucking great movie. It is a great movie.
It is.
Very existential. Favorite place to visit?
Oslo.
That's another great place. I love Oslo. Favorite venue to play?
The favorite, like the best venue or best show we played back in the past few months was Karlsberg Victoria in Cologne. That was totally nuts.
Now, Cologne's a place that people wouldn't know, but maybe 90% of it, 95% of it was rebuilt after 1945 because it was basically leveled through the Second World War.
Yeah, it was.
So that's you know, when you think about the 1,000 and more year history of Europe, you know, that's a place where it's predominantly all new. Favorite food?
A good burger. I'm a very basic person.
Straightforward. Favorite drink?
I basically drink like water, coffee.
Yeah.
And sometimes a good old-fashioned German beer.
Yeah. What brand?
We have a local brewery here. It's called Stauder. Shout out. Like best beer in the fucking world.
Favorite person in history, apart from me?
Obviously, it would be you then, but
of course.
Favorite person in history.
You know, a lot of times, especially existentially, we talk to people about something that we've just seen or something. So it might be we talk about Mandela, or we talk about, you know, someone in music that, you know, came before that said this or said that, or, you know, or we talk about our parents because our parents were musos as well and they led us. So I'm just interested, you know, when people sort of say, you know, they say something, and a lot of times when they say something in these questions, it's informative. Because you sort of say, "Well, wow, I didn't expect that sort of situation."
Yeah, dude, favorite person in history. Like I would love to give like good inspirational answer.
You don't have to. You can say everyone.
Yeah, everyone except for
Donald.
Except for racist pricks. Like we are like very political band. Like at every show, we speak up against racism and discrimination, and we fucking despise everything of that. So
It's
like
it's
every
it's another conversation, because that's really when we talk about, like, even in the description of your album, when you really talk about all that philosophical existential stuff, it's a whole new subject. It's like talking about
yeah
Germany versus America. Like, everyone will think about Germany and Hitler, and they'll have this connotation that
yeah
nasty, or Japan or something like that, nasty Second World War. And Trump is killing 200,000 people a month with USAID, all the Africans that aren't getting food and aren't getting, it's like, it's not even chalk and cheese. It's like, but, because the media drives everything, and because the media
yeah
have to get paid, they make sure that they favour the stories that make sure that they're still paid and established. What we
yeah
have to do, I want to start something, an artist movement. We've got to start getting the force back in the bottom, because
yeah
the people have the power. It's just that the rich guys have created a whole heap of stuff, social media, etc., that take the eyes
yeah
off the ball. And if you got the power back for each of the individuals and the people, we wouldn't have Trump, we wouldn't have Musk, we wouldn't have anybody, because they just decide this isn't what we're going to do. We're going to move here, so we're going to stop buying that product completely, or we're
yeah
going to stop buying that country completely, and then it'll go out of business because they can't survive without the people. And so, anyhow, sorry, I just went off track there. And the last one
yeah
is
yeah.
tattoo. Have you got
No,
it? You haven't got a tattoo,
no. Like we are the most non-tattooed band in the world.
mate. You are. Are you all professionals? Are you all? What are the jobs that the guys hold down?
No, it's just like two of us do have some tattoos, but like Tom and me don't have any tattoos at all. Just it wasn't for us. I don't know. Never came across that.
Well,
There's no particular reason
you're
to
still
not
young.
have
You're
any.
still young. I'll wait. I'll interview in a year or two, and you'll have this tattoo, "fuck you" or something, right across your forehead.
Yeah, yeah, probably. Yeah.
That'll go down well in the optometrist. Are you in a brand store optometry, like a chain store optometry, or an
No.
independent?
Small, independent,
Independent.
family-based one. Yeah.
That's it, man. That's our chat. Uh,
Nice.
we're here in Australia. We plan on expanding in different ways. Keep your eyes open if you want to communicate. We can promote. We can do all that sort of stuff. You've got an album coming out in May. When in May? What's the date?
7th,
The
7th of
7th
May.
of May. It's called
Phosphor.
Phosphor. And how many songs?
Sorry, how many?
How many
10.
tracks?
10 songs.
10 tracks. So get your teeth into it. Check the band out. All the links will be in the story. Good luck. Hope the
Yeah,
album goes well, and hope we see you down here soonish. All the best, mate.
yeah, yeah.
Take care.
Cheers. Yeah,
Thanks for your
thank you
time.
very much.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. It was a pleasure.
No problem. Enjoy.